Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I earlier said I would come back with Vinny's take, and as you can see, I'm sort of also doing a broadcast live on YouTube right now for Sack to the Future. I want to talk about Don Cherry, the hockey great, former coach and host of Hockey Night in Canada on TSN. Did not know anything about him until I got to college, and then one of my mentors, referred to as EC, is a big hockey fan, especially Canadian hockey. And he introduced me to Don Cherry. We went up to his bar for when the Sabres were playing the Senators in the playoffs back in, I want to say, 98, maybe. And we went to the Don Cherry's bar in Ottawa to watch the game, and it was a fantastic experience. And, of course, Don Cherry also has highlight videos out there, and it's just a legend in the field of hockey. Well, yesterday was Veterans Day,
Benny,
and he was doing
Benny, Benny.
His coach's corner, which is
Benny,
man, I'm
Benny,
missing the word.
Benny.
Part of the intermission between the first and second period. And there he went on a rant about Veterans Day. And there's a tradition with Veterans Day to wear a poppy. It's the little red and black flower looking thing that you stick on your shirt in it. And it helps remember the veterans, those that have suffered and fought for our freedom. It comes from World War I. I'm getting voices in my head. Thanks, Mr. Tears. Well, anyway, so Don Cherry was talking about how you don't see that as much anymore, and gotta be honest, you don't. I mean, it's becoming a lost art like anything else. And he went off about the fact that there are a lot of, although he never used the word immigrants, he was talking about a lot of people that come to the country. So obviously he was talking about immigrants, and they don't respect the traditions of the Canadian culture. And that's basically what he said. And he was pleading with him to just go out and spend a couple of dollars to get the poppies and be a part of the tradition and honor those who fought bravely in Canada or here in America for our freedoms. Well, I don't know if something happened on Twitter or whatever the Canadian version of social media is. If they have I'm sure they use Twitter and Facebook, but somebody got offended. Or a group of people got offended that he had insulted immigrants, and the network immediately fired him. Boom! There's no chance to let him apologize, no chance to let him clarify his comments. Fired him. Outright. His broadcast partner has since come out and said that he supports the network decision. Of course, he's just trying to save his bacon and keep his job. So, where have we come to in America where you can have something like that just... You say something offensive, and you can lose your job. And it's not even really offensive. He didn't come out and say immigrants. He talked about people that come into Canada, could be visitors, that don't respect the cultures. You go to any country in the land, and you are expected to respect the culture, the tradition, the heritage, and not badmouth it. But all of a sudden, in these democratic countries here in the Eastern Hemisphere, it's okay to try and destroy, disrespect, and diminish the culture and the history, and that has got to stop. Now, in the last 24 hours since this has happened, Don Cherry has been offered a job through a Russian network, a Russian hockey network, to give Coach's Corner and his thoughts on games there, and
Benny,
he will do fine.
Benny,
I don't know how old he is. Hey,
Benny.
Google, how old is Don Cherry?
Don Cherry is 85 years old.
He's 85 years old, so maybe he doesn't want to keep going. Maybe he'll actually retire and enjoy the fruits of his labor. I don't know. But I wish him the best. I don't think what he said was meant to be offensive. I think he's 85 years old, and you can't necessarily judge somebody who's 85 years old on the morals or beliefs of a 20-something generation that likes to refer to anything they don't like it as boomers. No matter what, whether it's Gen X or boomers themselves, because the millennials are a different breed. Anyway, so that's my take. I think it's stupid that Don Cherry got fired over that, and I agree with him. Let's remember what Veterans Day is for and remember the traditions for it. So God bless our soldiers in America and Canada and anywhere in any democratic, free, or republic nation that have fought and died or are still alive but have fought for our freedoms. So until the next time, I'm Vinny Vincent. God bless America, and God bless Canada.